I'm going to walk for 12 hours.
I'm not really sure where the idea to walk for 12 hours without stopping came from. This last year has been really formative. It's been hard. There's a lot of parts of it that have been very enjoyable, but a lot of the things that have been the most painful have also been the most good.
Like, sometimes we think hard things are bad and like we shouldn't do them. That's complete and utter crap. Like, the best things in life are hard.
You're gonna be like, oh, can I make it? Can I make it? I've only got a mile to go, but that's still 5,280 feet. This wasn't about being easy. I just FaceTimed my sister for a few minutes because she wasn't able to join me. It was very lovely, but I got to the top during that time of Moon Mountain, and I want to share it with you guys while I'm here. Unfortunately, it looks like a lot of the areas around here were ravaged by the fires, but it still has an absolutely gorgeous view of the surrounding hills. Over there, past that tree is where I just came from. That's Mount Pisgah. Over there, Doris Ranch kind of runs through there. So we were just over there, and we'll be heading back over there soon. But yeah, this all used to be grass and bushes. You can see what it used to look like in the distance, but not anymore, I guess. It's kind of weird. But yeah, it's a long walk, but that's okay. It's pretty slow going on the way down. My ankles are pretty sore. They're putting together a new street. Kind of weird. So I'm looking at this last stretch here. Definitely very achy. I found myself wondering what I'm gonna do at the end. Like, I think my parents are gonna be there filming me finish, so I don't know that I need to film myself. But also I don't know, like, there's gonna be a reaction of myself that I should film. And it's like, yeah, man, I wonder if I should have my phone out or just put it away. And like, am I gonna be able to walk fast? Am I gonna walk slow? And I know my mom's been contacting some people. I don't know what to expect. I really want to finish. I don't know, I'm crying. I want people to be there. This has been really hard. I'm just really excited to see them. I just want to hug and to sit down. Google Maps, I sure hope you know what you're doing. Is This feels a little sketchy, but it's not for very long. Oh, it's definitely not where I anticipated being. But I guess it's par for the course. So I don't ever want to walk here again. Sorry to any drivers who I've made frustrated. This road was not intended to be walked on. I'm sure I'm not the first. See, I got some dust in my eye, and I won't be the last. But I'm definitely on high alert. It's not the safest place. But we'll live. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Yeah. That's the hill I just walked up. It's big. Definitely feeling my humor return a bit, but not a lot of cognitive ability. I feel really slow and just I don't really have a desire to record much. It's weird, but then I have a thought. I'm like, I'm gonna record that so I remember. Yeah, it's very strange. Very strange indeed. Trains! My pod is officially dead. I don't feel like I have the dexterity to try and charge it. So I'm just gonna go with my hands for now. I'm gonna cross a bridge. Yay, Springfield Bridge. It's pretty epic. Crossing the Willamette for the second and final time. Ankles felt like they're about to give out, so I'm like crab walking. Not crab walk, like side scissors swipe. Trying to use different muscles because I don't think I can make it if I keep walking normally. I'll need to walk some other way for a bit. After that last clip, Paul and I walked up Kelly Butte together, and I was in so much pain that I had no desire to pull out my camera and record anything. He talked about his day and showed me different walking techniques to help ease the pain. So I thought I'd come back and grab some footage that I missed a year ago. As you may have deduced by now, this is not the big walk. This is the sit down and talk portion of the video, except for I thought I would get up and walk. I want to address that as I'm filming this, the first two parts of the story have already been released on YouTube, and I have received overwhelming support from you guys. And I want to thank you for encouraging me so much. And this is what it's about. Like, not about you guys responding to me, but it's about you. It's about you guys getting to take in what I want to share. I don't want this to just be my story. I'm hoping this can be your story too. And I'm not telling you to walk for 12 hours. You may have noticed a tone shift in the video. The last part was really hard. And I was in a lot more pain than I was in the first part. It was no longer a journey. It had become a mission. And I really surprised myself by crying on camera. And I look back and I remember that point, and I see it in the video, and it's a changing point for me. It's a breaking point. I think back to what my mom said.
I'm excited and anxious for you. I know that God is going to strip away the layers.
And the dumb joke I made about being cold. I hope not my layers. But in that moment, my layers were really peeled back. And I realized then that my life wasn't gonna be the same. I had a thing that I needed to finish, and it was gonna really cost me to finish it. And I was crying and hurting because I just wanted to go home. I just wanted to see my people. I just wanted to be hugged. I didn't realize how important community was. Every time I had someone with me, it got so much easier to walk, so much easier. It felt more like a journey than a solo mission. An interesting side effect of that moment is that since that instant, nothing physically challenging has been remotely mentally challenging. This last school year, a buddy Dylan and I ran a half marathon in under 2 hours, which was a huge accomplishment for both of us. And throughout the training and throughout the race, it was really physically hard. But never once in my head did I feel like I couldn't do it. It was so easy in my head. I was like, oh, I got this, we got this. It's hard, that's okay, I've done hard things. This last season of my life has been emotionally a lot like this big walk. I hurt more than I ever have. And at times I don't feel like I can make it. And it's definitely way easier when I have community. But I'm encouraged by my own story as I go back and edit this and put this together. And I know I keep alluding to how hard this last year was, and I promise I'll get to that story, but for right now, it looks like it's gonna rain. So let's get back to the story, and I'll get back to my desk.
Hi, buddy. Who's you?
Wow.
Yeah. Never been to this.
There's a little ledge over here.
And like this, nice and neat.
So it just so happens that the day right after this big walk was the day that I was set to move back up to school for the fall. And it also just so happens that the day before this big walk is the day that I found out my car was in no condition to make the trip.
Paul, thank you for walking with me.
Yeah, you
Give
bet.
me good walking techniques.
Get you up this hill.
Yeah, I don't think I would have made it without you.
Conquer this hill.
Wow, that is gorgeous.
Comes in teammates. Wow.
And so I had to ask my dad for help to load my stuff in the car and drive me up to school. And while I was up there, I had to borrow friends' vehicles to make it to work or to visit home on the weekends.
So I found Elizabeth. She brought me some dinner. I mean, cheese stick and some veggies and some peanut butter. I'm so tired. I am really struggling, so I'm having her hold the phone.
And my fingers are weak.
So I'll
So
get
it's
this over with.
exciting.
What is one thing you wish everybody knew without you having to explain it, without it having to be explained? I'm gonna lean on you.
Okay. I think I wish that people didn't need to be told that everybody has emotional needs and potential. I think I wish that it was easier for me and easier for other people to consider the emotional responsibility of communication. And that, like, it was easier to recognize the way that we impact each other, and that would just, like, we could see more easily that other people have emotional responses and needs too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's very wise.
My body was also in a lot of pain. My ankles, the the tendons in my feet were so swollen I could barely support my own weight for long periods of time. And I had to ask 1 or 2 friends to walk me to and from class.
What I gotta do to be able to actually move, because normal walking is not working.
And so I literally had to rely on other people just to leave my house. And that took a level of communication and of humility that I had never been faced with before.
We are strutting.
This is more, my body feels more capable of doing this than walking.
Hey Noah, how are you feeling?
It hurts to move my ankles. We have like half an hour left and like 6 more blocks to go. I'm praying I'll make it in time. But I'm okay. I'm okay.
This last school year was my junior year of electrical computer engineering, which I'm told is the hardest year of any engineering major and probably the hardest year of college for most people. And I had to rely pretty heavily on a couple classmates for accountability of doing homework assignments and understanding them, working on projects together, studying for exams together. And I know that I would not have been as successful if it wasn't for their presence. I needed them to get to where I am now.
Look at this hazard. They're trying to slow me down.
I am capable of doing things on my own, but I'm not capable of this height of success, this fullness on my own. And I don't believe that we are made to be.
It all started, my love for, I don't want to say love for pain, but honestly that's kind of what it is, just like bonding and growing over controlled suffering. Go Millers. Hey there, stranger.
How are you?
I'm in a lot of pain.
I have something for you.
Oh boy, should I ask what's
Good stuff. Good stuff.
in it? Okay.
I needed community to support me in some of these more tangible academic or physical needs. A few weeks before the end of the school year, I was surprised by some emotional needs as a family member of mine was in a really bad car accident. And she's recovering now, but that put me in a place of shock. And a few days after moving home for the summer, I experienced the loss of a long-term relationship. And that put me in a place of grief that I have never faced before, and has been the hardest time in my life. And yet, somehow this summer has been one of the best summers I've ever had.
I didn't touch that. Why didn't you bring a Bluetooth speaker, Adam?
I didn't think about it.
Because of all the people you saw in this video, and so many people who didn't make an appearance in this video, who have been there for me. I realize now, more than ever, how much the struggle of this 12 hours was preparing me for this next year of my life. I feel like this finish line that I'm about to cross in the video you're about to watch was a starting point for me. Though I hadn't miraculously grown, I was now more ready to accept the responsibilities of being a man than the boy who started 12 hours before.
Oh yeah, I
Hey!
I'm not exactly sure what to be proud of.
That was a long, stinking way you just walked.
2, 3.
He's never doing that again.
That's me, yeah.
So that's my story. I've gone through some of the hardest things that I've ever had to face in my life thus far. And I've made it through stronger because of the community that's come and poured into me and loved me and supported me. And I've found these people usually by investing in them first. Finding people who are awesome and credible and just being there for them. And they turned around and were there for me.
You alright?
Never better.
So, I want you to ask yourself, what's your story? And what's your story going to be? Because you have a responsibility to be there for others. And others will be there for you. Because we're so much better when we work together.